The Alicent debate is not just whether the show changed the book. Of course it changed the book. The real argument is whether this change makes Alicent better television or weaker politics. Book Alicent and show Alicent are now playing almost opposite roles around the fall of King's Landing. One fights Rhaenyra as an enemy, the other becomes trapped inside a private bargain with her. That is not a minor adaptation wrinkle. That changes who is guilty, who is useful, and who the audience is allowed to hate. In Fire and Blood, Alicent is not Rhaenyra's wounded, almost friend during the fall of King's Landing. She is a Green Queen mother trying to protect green power. Secondary book change summaries point to the same basic contrast. Book Alicent bars gates, tries to summon help, and resists Rhaenyra's arrival. She is then taken hostage and treated according to her station. That version has clarity. Alicent chose a side, fought for it, lost, and became a captive symbol of the regime Rhaenyra overthrew. It is sharper, simpler, and much less forgiving. The show gives Alicent something messier. She is not simply defeated by Rhaenyra. She has already been pulled into Rhaenyra's plan, Rhaenyra's mercy, and Rhaenyra's political future. TV Line's interview context is useful because Emma Darcy and Olivia Cooke frame the relationship as active, wounded, and unstable, not dead. That makes Alicent a collaborator, a prisoner, and an advisor all at once. It also makes her look guilty from every direction. To the Greens, she may look like a traitor. To the Blacks, she still looks like a Hightower. To herself, she may be the only adult trying to stop the house from eating its children. The best argument for the show is that this Alicent is more tragic. Book Alicent can be satisfying because she has teeth. Show Alicent is painful because every moral choice arrives too late to save anyone cleanly. She can help Rhaenyra and still be responsible for the war that made help necessary. She can love her children and still betray the political machine that protects them. She can tell Rhaenyra the truth about ruling King's Landing and still be the wrong person to say it. That is good drama. It creates discomfort instead of a scoreboard. The strongest criticism is also fair. Softening Alicent can make the Civil War feel less politically dangerous. If every Alicent decision becomes regret, fear, motherhood, or secret friendship, the show risks sanding down the person who helped build the green cause. Book Alicent is not just sad. She is a political actor. She makes hard, ugly moves. If the show removes too much of that edge, Alicent can become a woman apologizing near the disaster instead of one of the people who made the disaster possible. That is a real cost. The change also affects Rhaenyra. If Alicent is only a conquered enemy, Rhaenyra can imprison her and move on. If Alicent is the person who knows the city, the faith, the court, and the lie of the old regime, Rhaenyra needs her.
That is awkward and useful, which is usually where House of the Dragon lives. It means Rhaenyra's first week on the throne is partly dependent on the woman whose family stole it from her. That is a better conflict than simple mercy. It is dependence, and dependence on an enemy always has a clock on it. So the question for viewers is not whether the show changed Alicent. It did. The question is whether the change creates better conflict. If Alicent's guilt makes every room more tense, the show made the right trade. If her guilt only makes her hover around Rhaenyra, looking sorry, the book version had more force. Episode 4 can test that immediately. Does Alicent still make choices that hurt people, or has she become a witness to choices other people make? That difference matters. Did the show make Alicent more human, or take away the edge that made her dangerous.